Loud. Hi, everybody. I am super excited to see you all. My name is Paula Chavez, Zaya Elite Rep, founder and one of the leaders of Team Impact. It's an amazing team. So excited to see you guys here and excited to talk about this topic. Number one, because it's something that took me a while to understand. I think in the beginning, I didn't get when people told me treat your business like a business. I didn't get it. And I think it was a part of it because I didn't consider myself a business person. I was just having fun and I was loving the industry. And I'm not just talking Zaya, but in general, like I joined network marketing 10 years ago. And when I first learned about the concept, I was like, oh, that's really cool. So the vision was there. Like I saw what was possible, but I think something didn't click and it took me a long time. And I also think because nobody told me, right? Like nobody told me these are the things that you should take into consideration. Maybe I wasn't plugged in to the right people in the beginning or whatever, but I did see the vision, but I think I had limiting beliefs of what I was capable of doing because I didn't see myself as a business person. I saw myself as a stay-at-home mom. I saw myself as, somebody that wanted to do things that were fun and that I was able to bring a little bit of extra income and that was it. Like I didn't see the bigger picture until one day it did click. And I believe that if you're on this call is because you are committed, right? Tell me, type in the chat, and let me open up the chat because I don't even have it open, but type in the chat if that has already happened for you. Like you're like, I know this is a business and I want to have a successful business. Type a 1 in the chat, just a 1. You don't have to write a long paragraph, just a 1 if you are committed to building a successful business in 2022. If it's clicked for you or you're here thinking, man, I don't know, Vero, I see you, awesome. I got your 1, Vero, don't chat, just stay right there, okay? So I hope you guys have notebook and pen if you're sitting. If you're driving, don't, please, okay? You can come back and type, take notes, all of that. But really important, that clarification, because I may talk in a language that you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. Cool. If you're here to have fun, if you're here to just share the clothes, whatever, you're like, I'm just loving these clothes, then maybe this topic is not for you just yet. Come back to it when you feel ready, or definitely stay and think, okay, let me see what this is about. And let me see if moving forward, this is what I want to do. So everybody's welcome. I'm very excited to have you all here. And today we're going to talk about 10 things, the 10 things that, and I'm gonna just do a rundown of the 10 items, and I don't have slides for you guys. I don't have time to put together slides, but we're gonna have clarity on all of this, and we're gonna be diving more into this as the year progresses. So number 1, we're gonna talk about income. Oh, I know. Number 1 is gonna be income. Number 2 is going to be habits. Number 3 is going to be customers. Number 4, recruiting. Number 5, rank advancement. Number 6, skills. Number 7, culture and brand. Number 8, expansion. Number 9, events. And number 10, net worth strategies. Okay, so these are the 10 items, the 10 things, the 10 important topics that you need to have clarity, and hopefully what I share with you guys today help you, but you need to make some time before the year. Don't wait until January 3rd. Use these days, maybe separate an hour where you tell your family, look, I just need to sit down, come up with this, and then make some time to talk to your family about your business goals, about the vision that you have. But first, it starts with you. Your family is not gonna believe your excitement, your joy. They're not gonna believe anything if you don't have clarity yourself, okay? So you gotta be sold on your own business plan before you can sell it to somebody else, all right? Okay, so let's go we're gonna go over them again. If you didn't catch all of them, I know it's, sometimes I talk fast, sometimes I don't. But number one, income. And here's where your notebook needs to come back out. Your notebook and your pencil, income. I want you to think, and this is like, so, oh, Melissa, you are awesome. Thank you, Queen. Number one is going to be income. And I want you guys to think, December 22nd, no, December 2022. In December, by December, so a year from now, what do you want your income to be? Your Zaya income, your business income, or what do you want those checks to be? Like, you want to be saying, man, this year I made this amount of money, December 2022. And I want you to be obnoxious, kind of realistically, okay? So it's not, oh, I'm gonna make $1 billion, right? Okay, but what is a number that it makes you a little scared, a little uncomfortable? And mind you, your goals, my goals are not your goals are my goals. Like, I wanna help you, okay? And if I tell people my goals, people will laugh, people will say I'm crazy. Actually, wait, people have told me that I'm crazy, and yet I've proved people wrong. So I want you guys to think about that. What is the income goal that you have for 2022? What does that number look like? And I want you to write it down. Write it down. Anybody need a minute to think about it? We can take a minute break, like a little quiet minute. Did everybody write something down, or do you have a number? I need you to say that you have if you have a number already set, type a 2 in the chat. If you have a number already written down. Awesome. Yes. Okay, cool. So now I want you to take that number and you're going to double it. Whatever that number you wrote, make it 2 times. I know. And now you're like, what? Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, yes. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Yeah. Okay, everybody good? Did you double that number? Wave or say yes or nod your head or something. Yeah, okay, good, awesome. Okay, so have that there. Now, everything that comes now, all numbers 2 to 10, this is what's gonna create that number 1, okay? So that's number 1, and I want you to have that on your vision board, that you have that everywhere you possibly can to be reminded. Not because money is the only thing that matters, but because your paycheck, our paycheck in this industry is a reflection of the impact that we're making, of the value that we're bringing. If your paycheck is small right now, it's because you're not impacting other lives, because you're not helping enough people. Maybe you're not serving enough people. You're not bringing enough value to the marketplace. People like, man, Bezos and Elon Musk, like all these people, like think about it. Elon Musk, big part of his fortune came from creating PayPal. How many of us have used PayPal? And do you know that Venmo is owned by PayPal? Like, imagine how much easier they've made life for us. Like, I don't have to run to the bank, make a line and deposit money if I want to pay Luisa for something, right? Like, I can just go on my phone, whoop, she lives by here, but I don't even have to get out of my house. Bezos, like we needed some stuff in the morning. I could send my husband to the store, or I can go, but no, he's like, oh, you know what? We need yogurt. We need bananas. He went to Amazon and he ordered stuff at 7 in the morning. The stuff was knocking on our door. So their paychecks are a reflection of the lives that they're impacting, the positive, the solutions they're providing for people. So that's what we need to do. So we got to think problem solver. I'm a problem solver. I don't sell leggings. I help women feel amazing. I help women feel confident. I help men not have to go to the mall and buy clothes that don't stink when they're sweating. Like, think, what are the problems that we solve, okay? And that's, so just think, my paycheck is a reflection of the people that I'm helping, the problems that I'm solving, the lives that I'm helping, okay? You want a bigger paycheck, this has to be your leading, that's what you lead with. You wake up in the morning, who am I gonna help today? How many people am I gonna help today? Not, oh my God, how many sales am I gonna, what sale can I put out there so people buy something? No. Your paycheck is gonna grow based on the people that you help. Okay, the hostesses that you help get products, the people that you help them with. Like today, I have a customer. She's like, "Do you have any leggings?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have some." She's like, "Do you have any size this or that? I need a gift for my sister." I'm like, "I got you." She's coming to pick them up. I'm not saying have inventory, but I'm just saying I'm just solving a problem for somebody. I'm not just selling a pair of leggings, right? Does that make sense? So that's what we do. We solve people's problems. Okay, so number 2, habits. Oh, this one is like, oh, because we really have to think inside. We have to look at what have we done lately? Where are our habits lately? Are we hitting the snooze button? Are we saying, oh, I'll do that later. I'll do it tonight. And then tonight comes and you're like, oh, I'll just do it Monday, or I'll just do whatever. And I'm talking business, but also in a personal level. Like, are you taking care of yourself? Are you okay? And are you doing the things that you know you need as an individual to be at your 100%? Or at least at your best, when you feel your best. I know personally, when I don't feel, when I get into this trap of promising and like over promising things that I'm gonna do myself, and then I don't do them, I get down and I feel like my cup is empty and I can't pour into other people. And it goes into this self-sabotage thing that affects me. So be realistic, but I do want you to think, and we'll let's give it 2 minutes. I want to give you guys 2 minutes and I'm just gonna stay quiet, but I want you guys to think about 3 habits, like right now, and you're gonna write them down. What are 3 habits that just jump to your mind right away that you can tell, man, I need to change it? Because look, it's not about getting rid of habits, we gotta replace them. We need habits. We are, like, for me, a habit, I need to wake up and drink coffee. Like, oh, I love coffee. And I need to, right? Like, there's things. For me, a habit is I post something on social media, something. Like, I don't overthink it. I just know it's a habit. Like, I know I'm gonna post something. You can guarantee you will at least see one post from me on at least one of my social media platforms. It's a habit, but I made the decision that I was gonna do that every single day. Look back, are you being consistent with your social media? Do you need to change that? Okay, so personal habits, whatever. So here we go. We got whatever the song lasts. Oh yeah, hold on, let me play it again. 3 habits that you know you need to change. 2 minutes. And try to take the path less traveled by. That's the step you take. It's the longest ride. If today was your last day, tomorrow was too late to say goodbye. Let your man reach one like your last. Leaving pictures in the past. Don't need every night. So look, in this habit, so we're talking, I see that a couple of you guys just pop on. So look, we're talking about habits. What are 3 habits that we need to change? Is it maybe your circle? Are you surrounding yourself with people that are going to pull you forward? Or are you surrounding yourself with pessimist people, people that just, that have no vision, that you sit with them and you're like, what just happened? I just wasted 5 hours of my time. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are conversations, there are people that you sit down with them and you leave and you're like, oh my God, is that insane? That's amazing. Or are they like, they just suck the energy out of you. You gotta avoid that. I don't care who they are. You gotta avoid those people because you're trying to you're trying to take yourself to a next level. And sometimes it's the people that are closest to us, sadly. Type of 3 in the chat if you were able to write those 3. The news, do you know that, when this concert thing happened, where was it, in Houston? for some reason I typed, like I was reading some of the news about it and I'm like, wow, and I was so devastated. And you know what happens with social media? They see that you're interested in a topic. They don't care if it's positive, uplifting, or like bloody or violent or whatever. They're like, oh, Paula wants to know more about what happened in Houston. Let's show her more of these articles. Oh my goodness. And all I did was read articles and sad stories. And I was like I felt like, oh my God, the energy was sucked out of me. And then I realized, I'm like, wait a second. That's what's happening. It's getting in my head, the news, like right now with another variant, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, my goodness, even the president is, and this is not to get political or anything, but, and I haven't even paid much attention, but even the president is telling us everything bad that's going to happen. Like, hello, sir, you're supposed to, you know, we're supposed to, I need to follow the visionary, the positive, the people that are going to help me level up. So that was not a political message, just an example. Okay, so so who are you surrounding yourself with? Think about that. Okay, so I see some threes. Did you, okay, I see just a few threes. Were you able, don't pretend like you're perfect and you don't have bad habits that you don't need to get rid of, because I'm sure you do. I'm sure we all do. There's gotta be something. Okay, yeah, right, okay. Yay, all right, it's okay, we're all work in progress. I have like more than 3, but anyway, I only said 3, okay? 3 for now. Okay, number 3. This one is really important, you guys. Customers. More than 3, oh, thank you. I'm like, am I alone here? Okay, number 3. Oh, Jen, your life is about to get completely twisted around and it's like, when do I do these things? So, you know, do your best, forget the rest. Jen is about to pop a baby. Yes, in a few days, we'll have Jen holding her baby. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. Okay, so let's keep going. Customers. You guys, think about this. Customers are the lifeblood of our business. 100% consistently, we have to think about customers and growing our customer base. So I want to give you guys, I want you guys to think of a number. How many customers do you want to have by the end of December? So December 2022, next year, right? A year from now, if you go back to your back office and you look at all your orders and you take out your personal orders and your repeat customer orders, how many new customers do you want to say, oh man, this year I gained X amount of customers? Like, you're gonna send Christmas cards to your customers. How many Christmas cards do you need to order? You don't have to, but I'm just like, to make it more tangible. Like, do you want 100 customers, 200 customers? What's your goal? Do you want me to tell you my goal? Because I don't know, that was crazy. I put 1,000. 12 months. It's crazy. I told you you were gonna be like, what? You're crazy. Well, yeah. Yeah, we don't reach big goals if we don't set big goals. Did you write the number? Type a 4 in the chat if you're done typing your number. Don't just write a number. Good job. Okay. Because guess what happens if you're leading with this? If you're leading with goals in mind, now you have more intention, right? Like your conversations, I'm like, I want this person to become a customer. I want this person to become a teammate. I want them to be part of my team. But the reality is this, and just so I don't square it, the lifeblood of our business is parties. And in social media world now, like, I know as a company, we talk a lot about parties and parties and parties, but I want you guys to always think, even if you don't have a party, that you can find customers. It's not just through parties. So if you don't have a party, you should at least be talking to people about the product and see if they want to host a party. Maybe they're not ready to host a party. It doesn't mean, okay, then you can't buy anything. Okay, they didn't want to host a party. Maybe they want to try a pair of leggings first before they commit to promoting something that they're not familiar with, right? So always think about the idea, because not every, I'm not a party person in terms of, I don't do parties for like a lot of other, like, I'll support you, but I don't want to run, I don't want to host a party. I'm busy with my own parties, with my business, to be doing parties for somebody else, right? So when I think about that, it's okay, can I get customers? So I've been working on, we talked about, and I shared it with Reels. Like, I want to start doing more of what I know attracts people, which is showing up more on social media and not just behind the scenes quietly. And one of the, well, number 7, no, I'm sorry, number 6 is skills. And we'll talk about this because learning social media, it's a skill. And many of us need new skills. And many of us need to stop fighting that, oh, I don't know how to do it. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, I'm too old for that. Well, embrace it, because I've seen, I don't know if you guys, raise your hand if you've seen a TikTok video of people over 50, 60, 70 years old. I've seen them and I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it too. Right? Okay. So, but let's go back to customers. Another big thing about these leaders, we can't tell our team to recruit, to do parties if we're not doing it, if we're not doing them ourselves. We can't tell customers, I mean, we can't tell our teammates to go sell if we're not doing the same. So increasing your customer base also sets the example and creates a culture for your team. Your team will do what they see you doing. Okay, if I'm not selling, my team is, I can't tell you guys, go sell, go book parties if I'm not here doing the same. I can't sit here and just give you orders, right? I much rather lead by example than just be here a commander and telling you do this, do that, and not doing it myself. Everything that I'm sharing with you guys, I'm doing it too, okay? Results are another thing. It's the actions. So don't focus, you're setting some numbers right now, you're writing some numbers right now of what you want your goals to be, because you need goals, you need a roadmap, you need to know where you want to get. Now it's the action steps that get us there that we have to focus on, okay? That's what we need to become obsessed about, the actions that are gonna get us there, not where are the 1,000 customers? Can you guys like just show up? No, I gotta go find them, right? Okay. So anyway, also because customers will become teammates, party hostesses, referrals. You need customers. No customers, no bueno. Okay, number 4 is recruiting. Recruiting, and I'm gonna tell you this one now, guys. We're talking about 2022. So this is not just a recruiting training, but this is going into 2022. The best thing you can do is build a team quickly. Build a new team. Bring in new teammates. Bring in new people. The class of 2022. Who are gonna be those frontline that are gonna be with you? Who are the ones in, who are those people going to be? I know we want everybody to be successful. I know we want everybody to, right, to have success, to do amazing. But the reality is this. Out of 20 people that you recruit, 20 people, the next 20 people that you recruit, 8 of them are gonna ghost you. I just know this, like I see the numbers. It's been forever. Some people may disagree, I don't know, but I do see it. Out of 20 people, 8 are going to ghost you. They're gonna change their phone number. They're going to block you on social media. They're going to move to another country because they don't want to face you. They're gonna get their pack, their starter kit. They're never gonna use the gift certificate. They're never gonna watch the video to figure out how to get started, nothing. And you're like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? Nothing, it's statistic, it's a number. You can't make people do something, they have to want it. You're just presenting, you're educating them, you're sharing information on something that you found and that you're working for. But not all of them are going to take action. So stop beating yourself up if you go look at your back office and you have a bunch of people that have never done anything. They have the tools, they have the resources, they have a bunch of people that are always emailing them, showing up for them. If they don't want it, they don't want it. And they may have told you that they were going to be your next rock stars. And then they placed the order, the starter kit arrived, and you're like, I'm here, let's go. And they moved to Czechoslovakia or something. I don't know. They're like, they don't respond. It's not you, okay? Because if you start putting blame on yourself, you're not going to move forward. One of the biggest things, listen, I read something, oh my God, and this was so good. I've been meaning to put it in like a little quote. It says, it takes longer to build, no wait, it's fast, it's quicker to build a business than it is to start believing in ourselves and not caring about what other people think. It's better than that, but it's so you'll build your business quicker than you'll start giving a crap about what other people, it's going to take you longer to stop caring about what other people think. Building the business is going to be faster. It's us not caring about what other people think. That's scarier. That's harder to overcome. That feeling of what are people going to think of me? And we think about it like, we've been talking about reels. How many times do we think, oh my God, what are my friends going to think if I'm like doing a reel? What am I, anybody raise your hand if that happens to you? Or like, what if I do a live video? What are people going to think of me? Type a 5 in the chat if that has ever, because I want you guys to see that you're not alone. We all do. We all think about that. We all think about what are other people going to think. And you know what? In the meantime, your business is not growing. But you grow your business faster if you stop caring about what other people think. More so, yeah. Okay. Gotta work on it. And that's part of the plan. So that's one habit that we need to change, right? I hope to stop caring about what other people think. Focus on the people that you're helping, not on the people that are criticizing you. You know what? I want you guys to think about this. We think that other people are, we think people are thinking about me, or people are making fun of me, or people are criticizing me, or what are they gonna think? Do you not think that they're worried about the same thing? They're also worried in their own world. Every one of us is worried about the same. Outside of our Zaya world, there are people worried about the same thing. They're worried about what people are thinking at their job, at what is their boss thinking. Maybe they're, so we put too much weight on that. And I feel like sometimes it's like, that's kind of egotistical, thinking that the world is just waiting for us to fail and criticize us. Don't think that, okay? Look at it from this point. There are people out there looking for inspiration. There are people out there looking for somebody like a lighthouse, somebody that's saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. And they can say, oh, I want to do that too, right? Like people are looking for inspiration. So that's how you have to see yourselves, okay? Otherwise, we're not going to move forward. We're going to stay stuck. Okay, the next one. Oh, wait, going back to the recruiting part. Think about this number. Recruit 20, 8 are going to disappear like this. Within the next 90 days, you have no idea where they went. Like, were we even like, were you even existing or something? Yeah, you know, because they're in your back office and the number still says 0, but they're there. Okay, then 12 out of those 12 that stay, eight of them will disappear within the next year, right? Like within a year, 8 of those 12, because remember 8 already disappeared. Now out of those 12, 8 will disappear, and they may do stuff throughout the year, but 8 of them may not be around December 2022. Okay, now 4 of those 12 will be around. They're gonna be here, they're gonna show up, they're gonna be there, they're gonna be at all your calls, they're gonna be at, you know, they're gonna be around. They're still your teammates, they're still here. And now one of the 20 is gonna be your rock star. That's gonna be the one that's gonna explode your team. That's the one that's going to do amazing things. You don't have to do much because they're just gonna run. So did I just say you need to recruit 20 to have one rock star? I'm gonna tell you, if you ask me, what was the reason for the success in the beginning, I focused on recruiting everyone under my, like I just presented the business opportunity to everyone. Like I talked about it. I talked that I was excited. I talked about it. And that one thing that you have to start talking when you post, when you're writing a post, when you're telling people about it, you have to talk vision. And that's what's going to draw people towards you. Like Luisa, you just had a big life change. I'm still waiting for you to post about it. You have to tell this story, and we can talk about it more, but this is a story that you need to tell, because that's going to create vision for people. It may not be the people that are around you right now, but a week or 2 weeks, a month later, people are going to scroll. They're going to find that you had this life change, and you're going to inspire them. Okay, don't hide the things that are happening to you. Like those changes, you need to talk about it, because that's how people relate to you. Okay, think vision. And how can you talk about when you, oh my God, when you join my team, we're going to do these incredible things. We have so many things. Oh my God, our company just announced this trip in the summer. I don't know like who's coming with me, but I'm super excited. I'm excited to hit this goal and help all of you that join me. Like start talking like that. Start just life and vision and craziness needs to start coming out of your pores. I remember the first year corporate talked about me and they said, she's the most enthusiastic person we know. I was like, right, like those of you that have been with me from the beginning, I'm like, there's no time where I'm like, oh my God, this sucks, this doesn't work. No, I'm like, yes, we gotta keep putting one foot in front of the other, and we gotta keep putting it out there. So just know that. So when I say recruit a lot of people, everybody that comes your way, if you have customers already sitting in your customer list, start, right? Like right now, I shared with you guys, send a Christmas message, right? Like next week, you send a Happy New Year message, this and that. Next, you can do this now, but I'm just saying, start like warming up your circle. Start, planting this seed. Oh man, are you ready for Christmas? Are you ready? Are you guys doing anything special for the holidays? I just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll keep in touch. Next week, when you start your prospecting, hey, you know what? I've been thinking about you all week. It was so nice chatting with you last week. Hey, have you ever heard of Zaya? Like, oh, is that what you're doing? Yeah. And but this is not like a prospecting call, so we're not going to talk about that now. But I want you guys, that's vision. Like be intentional about what you're doing. If you're sitting for 2 hours not knowing what to do with your business, don't do anything other than message people and say hi. Message people and say hi. Getting people's inboxes. Think of it as like, I'm knocking on their door. I'm reminding them that I'm here without necessarily saying, are you ready to join me? Just like, he just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas. Because when people are ready, you're the one that has been there. They're going to come to you. When the need arises in their life, they're going to come to you. It's not when you're ready, it's when they're ready. All right. Woo. Okay. Number 5, we're going to talk about rank advancement really quick. But where are you now as far as rank? And where do you want to be? What rank do you want to be celebrating December 2022? 2022. No, we don't want 2020 again. 2022. But what is your next rank? And think about it for this. And I know, listen, if so far you're like, man, I don't think any, like I'm frustrated, I haven't reached anything. Well, shake that off. Whatever has happened up until right now, it's there. It's what is going to happen from now on. From this point on, what is going to happen? What are you going to work towards achieving? What is that rank? And I'll tell you what, you guys, a lot of people focus in rank, in the title. I think, and it may be just from the years of experience that I have, like I focus more on, is my paycheck growing? Because if the paycheck is growing, not again, it's not because, oh, money, money, money. No, it's because it is a reflection of how our team is doing, how we're, who needs help, what's happening, who's being helped, who's being served, what needs to be done. If you had a paycheck of a certain amount and your check has gone down, think about it. It's not your rank, because you still have the same rank, but it's maybe your production slowed down. Maybe you stopped recruiting. Maybe you stopped doing parties. You stopped talking to people and you got to a comfortable place, which is normal. It happens to me. It's happened to me. 2021, I showed up, but if I'm being honest, the last 2020 and 19, since I joined Saya, it was just like a grow, 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 grow. Like go, 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 go. For the last 3 years, it was go, 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 go. And you need that. If you haven't had a time or a season in this business where you were running, you need that. You need momentum. And I can't do it for you. You have to make a decision that you have to pick up momentum. So maybe you need to add more parties. You need to add a little bit, maybe 1 hour is not enough. How can you squeeze in 2 hours of hardcore reaching out to people, right? Like going, because you need momentum. You need momentum, and then you can, right? So I'm not gonna lie to you. And I've talked to a lot of people. I was burnt out 2020. You still saw me. I still did things, but there were many times where I was like, I don't give a crap. Like, I don't want to do any parties. I don't want to do it. But I still had some minimums, but I didn't run. I haven't chased the rank. And I know, like, I'm at a point where I'm like, I want that, because I do like a challenge. I do like that, picking up the pace and seeing momentum pick up. So I wanna challenge you guys. If you want to see growth, get uncomfortable. Pick up the pace. Maybe pick a partner, talk to your upline, talk to your sideline sister, find somebody that you can run with and say, hey, let's keep each other accountable. Let's run. Let's do this together, right? Because that's what's going to create momentum and it's going to create impact. And the people around you are going to see that energy and they're going to start joining you. They're going to start wondering what are you doing. And those of you that are leaders, if you haven't recruited people recently, stop chasing the ones that don't want to work. Find new people. Yes? Who's going to find new people? Who's going to look for new people? Type a 6 in the chat. Who's going to find new people? Like right now, you're going to find your class of 2022. You're going to find the ones that are going to be your runners, the ones that are going to go to events with you, the ones that are going to show up and calls, the ones that are going to be hosting parties, the ones that you can say, hey, let's do this. And they're going to say, let's do it. Because you have a lot of people that are not, no matter what you do. I remember one of my mentors in Beachbody, he always said, Paula, it takes 2 to tango and you cannot dance with a dead body. I'm like, all right, okay, let me go look for somebody else who wants to dance tango. You need 2. You need more people. It's okay. Remember the statistic we talk about in number 4, and it is not my number. It is from sources that I trust. And if I go back in the back office, that's what I see. I see it and I'm like, yep, this makes total sense. So if I want one more rock star in the team, I need to go find 20 people to sign up so that I have another person that goes and explodes a new leg to explode the business. All right. Okay. Number 6, skills. And this one is going to be brief. And I will say we're really good at this as far as providing it. Now, and this one is skills. What do you need to get better at? We're providing lots of training. I think we have so much training. I think there's so many team goals and like here and there, and there's recordings, and there's so much information out there that is very easy to get trapped into like, oh my God, what do I learn? So I want you to focus for a minute yourself and think, what can I focus on and what do I need to get better at? Maybe you already know how to do it, right? You learned it, but you haven't implemented it. And maybe you need to say, okay, this is the thing that I'm going to run with. This is the thing that I'm going to perfect. Don't dabble in a bunch of things like, oh, I'll post on TikTok here, and then, oh, let me do a live video and over here, and like, oh, let me just post here. No, take one platform and run with it. If we're talking social media, take one and give it your 100%. Show up in different areas, but focus on right now, as we're thinking about this game plan. What is my game plan? What do I want to do in 2022? What are skills that you need to work on? Maybe one of them could be that you need to learn more about our compensation plan, right? If somebody asks you, how do you guys get paid? Can you explain it to them? If somebody, like, for your own income goals, maybe you need to learn the compensation plan. Part of being a business owner is knowing the ins and outs of how our business works. If you are here and you've been here a few years and you don't understand the comp plan, I'm not shaming you at all. That's not, you know, it happens. It took me forever to really understand the concept of, if you treat your business like a business, it'll pay you like a business. I took it as a hobby for the longest time. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I don't know. I got it. And I even laughed about it. I even laughed about the fact that I didn't understand the comp plan. But you have to get to a point where you have to say, you know what, I'm going to take ownership of my business and I'm going to learn this. I'm going to Google it, or I'm going to ask. Don't just wait to be told, hey, you guys should learn the comp plan. Like, what are the things, what are the skills that you need to work on? Do you have something that comes to mind right away? Maybe it's, I don't know how to run a party. Do you need help with that? Can you go find trainings? Can you start preparing? Like, you know what? I don't have a party right now, but I'm going to have things ready for a party for when the opportunity comes. When I get a party, I'm ready for it and not panic. And then, you know what? I'm not going to do any party because I don't know how to do it. Learn the basics of the business. And then if you feel like you already have that under control, then what is something else that you can work on? What's other skill that you need to work on? What are those skills that you need to work on? And here's the thing, think about this. The best trained team wins. If you don't know what you're doing and you don't know how to do it, we're not winning. You're not gonna win if you don't know what to do, if you don't know the basics of the business. Okay, so I'll give you guys 1 minute, right? One skill set that you feel right now you need to work on. You can type it on the chat. Don't type 10 because I know we can come up with so many, but no, that's you getting in your own way. What is one thing that you know you need to step it up right now and you're gonna start working on it? One skill. Oh yeah, okay. Honoring the commitments I make to myself. That's an important one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Building relationships and leadership. That's a good one. You know what? It's funny because, I mean, no, that is funny, but I was just talking about this with my husband. I don't know, and maybe this has happened to you. And I, you know what? This is like, hey, you guys, I do this a lot. Like maybe you message me excited about something, or I just quickly reply, oh yeah, here's the link. And I see other people like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like, right? Like acknowledging and this, and like, it's not my nature. I am more of a problem solver, solution, like, oh, you have a problem with this? Here it is, take it. But I am personally working on, oh, okay, oh my God, that's amazing. Like, like, yeah, great job. I don't know, it's super weird. And my husband always tells me that I do that. I'm like, just, you know, take the time. You don't have to rush through it. I'm like, oh yeah, but they need help with this. I'm like, yeah, but let them find it, let them look for it, let them do it. I'm like, okay, you know what, sure. So I'm working on that leadership part of not trying to solve problems for everybody and just like, oh yeah, okay. More like, okay, let's, you know, I don't know. It's super weird. I don't know if that makes sense how I'm explaining it, but that's one of the things that I am committed to working on in 2022. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so we're good there. Okay, let's move on to, okay, these ones are kind of quick. Number 7, culture and brand. And when we talk about culture and brand, it's more about you, us, like as individuals. What do we stand for? What do you stand for? What do you want to be known for? And this is an exercise that we did. I don't know if you guys ever saw it, but where you ask people when they think of you. So I'm going to give you this assignment for today. This is the, I mean, aside from all these things that you're going to, I personally want to give you an assignment. Ask in your social media, maybe on Facebook, if you use Facebook the most, or Instagram, ask people, take a picture of yourself and use a number 3 and ask people, or something like that. But that's just because it's easy. You take a selfie and you put a number 3 and you ask people, when you think of me, what comes to mind? And say, I was given an assignment because I'm working on my business plan for 2022. And I'm curious, you don't have to say that somebody gave you the assignment, but say, I'm curious, when you think of me, what do you think of? And ask people what they see, and see if what you're about, or what is it that you're, and it's scary, and don't think, nobody's gonna go there and say, oh man, you're a jerk, you're ridiculous. Nobody's gonna do that, okay? So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of that. People, we think that people are mean. There are mean people out there, but I tell you, if you can think of one person on your friends list that would type something like that, delete them right now, because they're not your people. You wouldn't do that. Why do you need to hang out with somebody like that? You don't. Maybe it's your brother, but that does matter. I mean, not that it doesn't matter. You know that it's your brother and they're saying nonsense thing, maybe. I don't know. But that, and so that's one assignment that you're going to put out there. But I want you to definitely, as number 7, as you're thinking about your culture and brand, what do you want to be known for? What do you believe in? What do you fight for? Right? As part of your culture and brand. Because if you strongly believe about that, that's how you're going to show up. That's the people that you're going to attract. So I'll give you guys an example. I always bring up my husband. I love him so much. We talk a lot about these things, and we're very much in the same page about improving and growing and being better version of ourselves. So many times he tells me, he's like, you're going to show up on a call like that? I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go shower and get ready. Like, I'll go put on makeup. He's like, yeah, I mean, it's to the point that I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I see I'm like, well, a lot of people show up in hoodies and hats and whatever. He's like, yeah, but you're not like everybody. Like he said, like, no, like you're going to do a live video. And I'm trying to so, okay. So this quote, you can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare. And I'm trying, right? Like, it's not that I don't care, but that's my husband. If you always see, he's always super well dressed. Like, he won't go out there in chanclas, like in slides. He's like, no way. I know. He's like super bougie. And I'm like, whatever. Like, I just show up. No, and he's right. You know what I mean? Like, he's right. You want to show up in a way that other people look at you and they say, you inspire me. Like, that's who I want to, that's how I want to be. Like, the people admire you. Okay. But maybe your brand, like, we sell activewear, right? So we don't have to dress up in fancy jewelry and all this. No, right? Like, we don't have to. But what is it that makes you feel confident and makes you feel better about yourself? What are you about? Like, do you put a little bit of thought into that? What are the things that you're about? And I do you'll still see me some days here where I'm like, man, it's been a crazy day. And it doesn't change who I am that I show up in, like, I haven't washed my hair in 5 days. But again, how do I want to show up? And keeping that promise to myself that I'm going to be committed to that brand, to that ideal of how I want to show up in the world. I want people to look at me, and this is just me. I want people to look at me and say, wow, I want to do what she does. I want to learn more from her. I want to be around her. I want to, like, I want to be like that person, that I give hope to people. But if I show up here like crazy person and sweaty, and like another thing that I'm working hard on is being late. Like, I'm always thinking about 27 things at the same time. So working on those things, and like I want to have integrity of, like, I say that I'm going to do something, that I'm going to do it. So what are those things? Has anything come to mind yet? I'm like giving you all the goods here, you guys. So I hope maybe some of these things you're like, man, I can totally relate to you, Paula. That's a good point. But maybe you guys have some idea. So what is it that you are about? Type something in the comment. What are you about? What is one thing that you're like, I believe in being positive? I write them down. If you feel brave enough, share one in the chat, but make sure that you're writing them down. What is your, because who you are also becomes part of the culture of your team. If you, right, if you are consistent with whatever you're saying, it'll pass on to your team, to your customers. That's the people that you're gonna start attracting. Healthy living. Yeah, that's a great one, Regina. Like, taking care of myself. Like, who do I want on my team? I want people who take care of themselves. I want people like that I see them and I'm like, man, that's totally a person that I want on my team. Let me ask them, let me tell them, dude, I see that you take good care of yourself. I'm all about being healthy and active and all of that. I think we're going to be great friends. I would love to talk to you about what I do. I would love to have you on my team. Does that make sense? Like, what are you about? Is it fitness? Is it around, I don't know, hobbies that you have? More of like character things, discipline people. Oh, hello. No, baby, no, thank you. Okay, speaking of healthy, he was just bringing me a salad. But I'll eat it when I'm done, babe. I'm almost done. Yay. He's like, healthy? What? Okay, so, and what also includes, what are you against? Like, I don't like people. I don't like mean people. I don't like injustice. I don't like negative people. I don't want it. Boom, out of here. Out of here. I don't like it, right? People that are pessimistic. I can't. I'll give you an example. The other day, I told somebody that I had been going to the gym multiple days, like in a row. And I'm like, I'm just going to go today. And then I'm going to take off the weekend off. And they said to me, you should take today off. You're going to get hurt. I'm like, I'm going. I went. I got hurt. I hurt my back, my neck, everything. Came back. Couple days, didn't go to the gym. They're like, hey, I haven't seen you in the gym. I'm like, yeah, I hurt my back. I told you were going to get hurt. Like, that's why I don't want to talk to you, loser. Does that make sense? I'll give you guys another example. So there's, identify people like that in your life. Another example. I have so many examples, you guys. My mom is one. She's so pessimistic. I love her. Our parents, right? They care for us, but they're also a different culture. They were raised differently, right? We're in a new environment. We're in a new, some things are different now. And I was talking about doing live videos and this and that. And my mom was like, you're going crazy. Videos. Guess what? So I was with my mom and my daughter at a store, out of the blue. In that same conversation, I'm like I'm rolling my eyes inside because I'm like, I'm gonna do it anyway, whatever. This guy, he's a super famous YouTuber who's made a ton of money. And Sophie's like, mommy, look, that's so and so. And I'm like, who? She's like, is this YouTuber? And this is like 3-4 years ago. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, he's super famous. He starts talking to us. And then I go look at it and I'm like, see, it was like God sent me a reason to believe in something, even though the person that's, like you expect the people closest to you to encourage you, to tell you, yeah, go do it, right? Like, go be a video, whatever you do. You know what? My mom said that I think I'm Sofia Vergara. I'm like, well, if that's what you think of me, that's amazing, because I love Sofia Vergara, right? Like, if people are thinking, oh, Paula thinks she's Sofia Vergara, Heck yeah. It's working. Yes. Hello. All right. Okay. So what do you believe in what do you want to be known for? I want to know, I want to be known for being positive, for being hardworking, for being disciplined, for being consistent, for like all those things, and start showing up as such. Okay, it's not just saying it, but start showing up like that. Number 8, expansion to other areas. And I think this is one that it's a little bit scary, but it is really important that you start looking more into, and it's as simple, yeah, we're going to Australia, we're in Canada. Do you have teammates, customers in Canada? Start seeking customers in Canada. We don't have Australia open yet, but it's an area that you can start expanding your influence there, your reach, your network, start expanding. And as simple as, oh, all my teammates are like in my circle, in my community, in my own city. Why don't you start looking for people outside of your immediate city? So maybe you start, and that's a really great, like a way to break the ice when you're prospecting. Hey, I see that you're in Texas. I'm looking to expand my business in Texas. Hey, I see that you're in, I don't know, in New York. Hey, I see that you're in Canada. You know, I have, we have this amazing business opportunity. I'm looking to expand to Canada. I was wondering if you'd be open to looking at what I do. Can I send you some information? Simple, it's like a perfect excuse. Just use that. Hey, I see that you're in XYZ town, city, country, whatever. Would you be open to looking at what I'm doing? Because I'm looking to expand my business. I see that you are somebody who's into health and fitness. I see that you're a fitness instructor. I see that you're a nurse. I'm a nurse too. Hey, you're whatever. Use that as a reason why, because people on the other side are thinking, why are you messaging me? Like, why me? Because I see that you're in Texas. And then you get rid of that objection right away because you already addressed, and now that it's not an objection in their mind. Okay, hey, I see that you speak Spanish. I'm looking to build my team, my Spanish speaking team. Bam. Okay, all right. So that's it. So start growing outside of your immediate region. If you aren't yet, some of you have teammates in other cities, in other states. Now start thinking, I want to build a team in Canada. So in 2022, have a team in Canada, have an Australian team, right? Like start looking like that, not just your friends from your immediate circle, because you're going to run out of those friends. You got to start expanding, and also think that every customer and every teammate, it's a door to more. It's not just that one customer that's going to keep buying every month. You got to think that customer has friends, that customer has family, that customer has other contacts. Okay, then the last 2. Number 9 is events. And in terms of events, I want you guys to think discover calls. One of the calls that I have planned for January is to teach you guys how to run your own discover calls. If you want to do that, you can, there are some elements that are super important to keep in mind. And instead of only saying, oh, I'm the only one that's gonna run them, and you gotta, like, let's have events everywhere. Like I want all of you hosting your own discover calls. I want you all having a meeting at your house, at a restaurant or whatever. But that is discover events. Parties are events. So focus on how many events are you going to attend? What are the events that are coming up? Parties are events. Discover Zaya, group, Zooms, all of that, those are events. We have events coming up in terms of corporate. Corporate is having events. Are they on your calendar already? Are you attending them? Are you making an effort to be around other people that are doing the same thing as you are? You gotta lean in. Like we talk a lot about community, but the community doesn't come in your Zaya kit. You have to lean into the community and start connecting and building those friendships and those relationships, creating opportunities for people to come together. So not just attend, but who can you bring with you? So some of you I know are attending events that are happening soon. In January, there is a California event in Chino Hills. I'm gonna be there. And then we have the Orlando event happening in January, on January 22nd. And then there's Base Camp and all these things. But I also think, for example, those of you that are you guys, and this is as an example for all of you, there are some events happening in other states, and I will have more information about that coming soon. But most importantly, if you're coming, as an example, if you're coming to the Orlando event, start thinking, who can I bring to the event with me? Who can I invite? Who lives in Orlando that I can tell them, hey, go to the event, this event with my upline. This event is happening there. Go check them out, go see, and then follow up with them, okay? So events are great because they build more belief, they build that sense of community, and it keeps people around the campfire. And then the last one, and this one is kind of odd, for some people. I know, I love it. And this was a big reality check for me. Net worth, your net worth. Like, whoa, Paula, we're talking about fun things, net worth. And when I say this was a big reality check for me, when I turned 40, maybe because I turned 40, I came to the realization that I had no retirement, that we had a ton of debt, and that nothing was gonna change if I didn't take ownership of where we were. Whenever my husband talked to me about budget, I was like, no, I don't want to know. I knew we had issues. I knew we had to make changes and find solutions, but I was avoiding it. So I want to invite you guys, and this is serious. Pay attention to this one. This is the last one, and I really think it's important. Know your net worth. Know where you stand right now. What is your income right now? What is your current income? Do you have debt? What's your debt? What's the number? And you may have to consult with somebody else in your house. I don't know. I'm not the numbers person in this house. I avoided it for the longest time. And it's one of those things that I regret, because I think if I had taken ownership of that before, I would have woken up sooner. But it's never too late. So it doesn't matter how old you are, nothing. Like, I can happily say now, I am working on my retirement. I've been able to educate myself, talk to a financial planner. Okay, what do I need to do? We had that conversation with somebody about a year and a half ago. And it's been such a blessing because she helped us map out how we were going to get out of debt. And I want to invite you guys, many of you guys have other incomes. Don't waste your Zaya income. Use your income from Zaya to build wealth. If you need it for survival right now, it's understandable. But also look at the other, and don't see this as your upline telling you to make more money. See it as, I've seen my parents not have money to pay for food. I've seen many families go through so much stress because there was no money for gas, because there was, right now I can 100% guarantee you many people are struggling because there's no money for Christmas. We've been there. But because I was avoiding the reality, because I didn't want to face it, we wasted so much time. And I don't want that to be. Think of it as your friend. Build wealth. We're not going to be young forever. And I know it's fun money and it's cool, but take care of your money. I want you to make a lot of money and I want you to grow your bank account. And of course, I want you guys to feel fulfilled and to help other people and all of that, but take care of your money. Stop giving it away. Stop wasting it in dumb stuff. Your worth also is not attached in the gifts and how much you give to your customers and all of that. No, serve your customers and your team, but you don't have to spend all your money in pleasing everybody. I am talking from my heart. If you have debt, start working on that, because that is a burden. Debt is a burden that is always in our mind. It's always affecting. So is that your goal? If your goal is pay off debt, the number one thing you need to do is figure out how much it is, and then come up with a plan of how you're going to pay it off. I can tell you guys what we did. It wasn't me, but we started paying off the cards that had the higher interest rate. we started paying that off. The ones that had the highest interest rate, because it made no sense to have money in a bank account, not making a lot of interest and paying monthly. Because when you start making income, it's very, very easy to start raising our expenses. Don't change your living until you start chipping away at those burdens. Okay, start paying off debt, start saving, start investing. There's beautiful things that can happen through this business, but you gotta be smart about it. Treat your business, like I said in the beginning, it didn't click for me because nobody told me. So I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want you to look back December 22nd, December 2022, and be frustrated and say, I didn't know what was possible. I want you to see me and see a lot of the people in this company that are creating success already and think, if they can do it, I can do it too. It's a decision. And it's like, I can even tell you, it's not throughout a long time. It's a decision. You decide one day that you're going to have that kind of result, that you want to have what other people have, and you start going after it. It doesn't happen like this. It's the decision and the mindset that you have to make that shift like this, and then sit down and do the work. And it's you against you, and you on your business plan. And if you need help, reach out to me. Say, Paula, I'm confused with this, or I need help. Like, help me visualize this. I'm here to help you. We can have another call, whatever you want. But it's a decision. Whatever you want out of this business, it's possible. You know why? Because God is telling you, hey, how about this? It's not just random thoughts. It's for a reason. So I hope you guys take this information, make the time. It's uncomfortable. It's like, some of you may cry, like when you face the reality of what's happening with your finances, where you stand. Like when I realized I have no retirement. If something happens to my husband, what am I gonna do? What if my husband leaves me? What am I gonna do? I have 3 kids. Like those things went through my mind when I turned 40, and I'm like, heck no. I want to help people. I want to be able to afford things and not say no to everything. And I went to work. So that's what we need to do. If you guys find value in this, if there's something that you're like, man, this was really good, leave a little feedback in the team page to encourage other people to maybe watch the recording. Some people may need to hear this. Did you guys find this helpful? Drop a 1 in the comments if this is helpful. If you learned something today, if there's something that you're like, man, I'm gonna run with that, definitely. There you go. Awesome. You guys, awareness is so important. So do a checklist of where you're at right now and what you want 2022 to look like, and let's go. I'm here with you guys. Let's run. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll probably chat by tomorrow, for tomorrow. But if maybe I don't see you guys online this before Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. I'm so grateful for you guys. I love, love, love that you are part of this family. I feel very blessed to have you in my life. And I'm always thinking about how I can be a better leader, how I can be a better role model, and a better resource for all of you. So never hesitate to reach out. I'm here for you guys. Love you. Bye.